This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 85 days.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com.
Well, I think everybody should realize that first and foremost, our decisions in this matter have been guided by a conviction we have at Texas Tech, and that is we stand by and we support our students. Now, Brendan made a mistake. We acknowledge that. Mistakes have consequences. At the same time, here's a young man with a dream and a vision to pursue a career. We felt not to have the opportunity to pursue that career, given the circumstances and the evolving changes in this world that these athletes face, was unfair and unjust. So we are attending, first of all, to his medically diagnosed condition, and we are prepared to support him as he pursues that career that he's spent his whole life working toward. That's what we do at Texas Tech.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
Oh, man, it keeps getting better in Lubbock, Texas. So they had this panel of sorts yesterday that they released on social media. I'm surprised Cody Campbell was not on it. Their big wig, their big booster, considering he's footing the bill for Brendan Sorsby.
Just named the college after him at this point.
Their AD was there, their associate AD. That was their president they heard talking. They had to send out an email to all their students yesterday about the situation. There's no way out of this. Like, this idea, and I don't want to make light of addiction, but this idea that you're going above and beyond just for a kid that's, quote-unquote, struggling, and that you feel for him, everything else. You paid him $5 million in the offseason. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. Just come out and tell the truth. We wanted him to play so we could be good in football again, so we can go back to the college football playoff. Like, it at least it's like not happening in Tuscaloosa or in Athens or in Baton Rouge, because I think the pushback would be even worse. But my goodness gracious, there's just no PR way out of what's going down in Lubbock right now.
Let me ask the obvious question I've heard no one else discuss. Is this kid that damn good? Is he worth all this trouble?
The number one quarterback portal-wise in the offseason.
Okay, portal-wise. Is he worth all this mess?
Gotta
Is
find
he
out.
worth you as the chancellor, the president, the admin, the AD, the head coach? The only one that can't be fired is this mega booster, you know? This guy giving, $30 million. He's the only one that can't be fired in this deal. Is this kid really worth it?
Gonna find out.
Well, I'm asking
Starting
your
game.
opinion.
I mean,
is he worth it?
He's the number one quarterback, and I don't know what you just said. You just said
number one in the portal.
You just, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched him. You watched him in Cincinnati? Did you watch him in the
Well, that's
play at Indiana? I don't have an accurate answer.
Sometimes you're just not. Is the juice worth the squeeze here? He is past the point with me of more trouble than he's worth. How many employers, if this was going on, might be your top salesman. At some point, you know what, we just can't use you anymore.
I think from a pressure standpoint, it only continues to mount because you have to live up to the expectations and how much this program, this athletics department, this school has got you out of trouble to deliver. Because make no mistake, the reason that he's getting all this gestures and will and the ability to play college football this year is because there's a thought that he has enough talent to get Texas Tech to where they want to go. Not just the college football playoff where they got drilled by, I think it was Oregon last year, but beyond that and potentially a national championship, especially when right next door Texas is, the expectations are high and everything else. And
my bet is he doesn't lead you to your expectations. My bet is at the end of the year, all of this trouble that you're going through for this one player right now. All your reputations, the careers. You think about all these people we heard from in our intro this morning. Their careers are on the line now. They're staking it to this one kid to win football games. That's asinine. That is asinine to do that.
22 minutes, I think is what the video was. I couldn't watch all of it.
You're in so deep, I guess you feel like there's no return. And you got to make McGuire happy because it's his money that you're going to have pissed off at this point if you cut the kid loose.
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be somebody, an adult in some of these rooms are saying, guys, he's not worth all this.
Well, I'll give credit to Josh Heupel. So go back, I think it was about this time last year. Maybe I'm a little off on months, but you remember when like the Nico situation, maybe it was spring ball, the Nico situation happened. He skipped out on practice because he wanted more money. And they're like, yeah, we're not paying that. We're going to roll with Joey Aguilar. A few weeks later after they plucked him out of the portal. Aguilar was at UCLA, and they got him to Knoxville, and Nico went out to Los Angeles. Like, they didn't play that. So I respect Josh Heupel in the sense, like, yeah, we're not going to go there. Yeah. Well, McGuire, and I don't know if it's all Joey McGuire. I would guess that Cody Campbell, again, since he's footing the bill, he's probably got a huge say in what goes on with that football program, that this is what we're going to do. So, I'm not privy to everything that goes on in Lubbock, but yeah, there's no way this kid can live up to expectations that are piled upon him for this upcoming season.
Campbell's the one obviously putting the money.
But
in.
it is. But I get what you're saying.
But McGuire's Campbell's the one that can't be fired. Everybody else can be fired in this deal. Campbell's the only one whose future's not at stake here. So it just to me. You are hanging your reputation, you're hanging your career, you're hanging your future on this kid.
Well, think about like how you felt as an Arkansas fan when you played what should have been deemed as an ineligible player, or that you thought was taken. Like, I know that Cam Newton was supposedly offered $200,000 to go to Mississippi State, and then went to Auburn out of the goodness of his heart. We all know that's not true. You had to lose to him in 2010. Think about the Ohio State players that same season. There's been other guys, even if you want to say Reggie Bush in 2005, even though that wouldn't have mattered if you had him or not, because they had Lindell, Matt Leiter, and the other guys. They would have crushed you either way. But there are teams that you have played, Texas Tech, thankfully, not on the schedule like they were when you beat them in the Liberty Bowl a couple years ago. But there have been teams that you have played that have either after the season or years later, they've had a player, they've had a coach, they've had their entire team, athletics department, under duress because they did something and they cheated. And those wins have been, quote unquote, vacated, and other things have happened. So, again, luckily, we don't have the Red Raiders ahead of us this fall. But I'd have to think for every Big 12 fan and anyone else that plays them, there's just like this extra anger and fierceness of like, we've got to beat these guys because this kid shouldn't be playing this fall.
Lewis Automotive Group hotline open for calls and text, 877-377-6963. Chris in Siloam Springs asked the question just in a different way. He'd like to know, would they do this thing for a lesser – would they go this far for a lesser athlete? Well, we know the answer. Chris, you know the answer. It's a rhetorical question. I mean, that's my whole point. Is he really that good that he's worth all this? Because we know that if he was a third-string left guard – they're not going, number one, the media wouldn't be paying attention to it. Number two, he'd already be off the team. Oh, you can't bet. You can't bet on your own sport. You're out of here. He'd have been done. There wouldn't have been a judge overturn all of this. I mean, the judge has staked his reputation to it as well. He better win some games or there's going to be a lot of people with omelets on their faces.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we begin this morning here on a Football Friday. It is brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is their number. No job's too big. No job's too small as well to help you get the job done. Ready Mix Concrete is what they do, but top quality aggregates like rock, sand, gravel, anything you need to get the job done and put in there right. From footings on up, they can help you with all of that. 479-587-3300 for all your rock, sand, gravel, and ready-mix concrete. It's APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Apparently, Sorsby is going to have this at his disposal.
We've put a custodian of his personal finances in place.
A custodian of personal finances. Man, that is something. Don't know if I heard that before. This will be a topic that we get into with Chris Marlar coming up at 10 AM, ESPN 104.5 Baton Rouge. Chris, always an entertaining guest. Some other things we'll talk about, give you some items to know concerning the World Cup, not necessarily the players or the teams, but kind of what's going on. Tommy, on this day, Al Capone was indicted of 5,000 counts of probation violations and perjury. What do you think Hot Springs was like in 1931?
Fun.
With him and Muggsy Bogues running around.
Fun.
That's still amazing to me that was like the just the crazy mob scene that used to occur back then. Raiders of the Lost Ark was released on this day. We'll get into some stories. Why am I calling him Han Solo? Why can't I think of the actor's name? Help me on this. Indiana Jones. Why is it escaping? It's about Mark.
Ford?
Yes, I almost said Mark Hamill. Harrison Ford. A few other hog tidbits. Hagen Smith. Sounds like he might play this weekend, which we'll get into our Fence Man Friday picks. Plus, we'll get into what we mentioned yesterday, the 1.45 renovation to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, the Swamp in Gainesville. We'll kind of give you some details on that moving forward as well. Cal was on Sports Center yesterday talking about his experience in Madison Square Garden. Arkansas got a commitment from Davion Thompson 2 nights ago. People riding on the Hogs right now. Here's what Cal had to say about his time in MSG.
That game was unbelievable, and I got to sit there. Who was I sitting next to? Sandler, yeah. And I got to sit next to him. Come on. He and his wife. Chris Rock was 2 seats down. Are you crazy? I took a selfie now, too. I don't even care. He's into basketball, and I've seen videos of him playing, and he's a pretty good player. But he talked strategy, and everybody's like, "What? This is crazy." One of the nuttiest. That game will be talked about for 50 years. And I happen to be there. How many people will say they were at that game? That'd be about 2 million. I'm in Rock Hill doing some recruiting of 17-year-olds this morning, and that's all they wanted to know. Tell me what it was like. What happened?
This is the opening drive.
What's the Arkansas sporting event that everyone always says they were at?
Arkansas UNLV.
Okay.
That'd be one.
That's
back
where
in, the Bud.
Barnhill held
Back at the
what?
Bud. I said the Bud, the barn.
9,000, 8,000, and you have like 40,000 people that told you they were there. That's probably like MSG holding, what, 18 or 19. He said, again, 2 million. But just we talked about this the other day. It's cool to see him sitting next to Adam Sandler and everything else. An experience that would be, it'd be a lot of fun. You asked a question before the show. How many friends do you think asked Adam Sandler what it was like to be sitting next to Cal? Plenty of people asked Cal what it was like next to Sandler, but how many basketball friends asked Sandler what it was like sitting next to John Calipari?
It's not like, Cal's not Sandler, but he's not mincemeat either. People kind of know who he is. So, yeah, I listen, when you get to a point that Cal's taking selfies, you know you're in the right room. You know you're in the right place if that's what's going on.
B in Clarksville says Miracle on Markham is the one that people always say that they're at. War Memorial holds 52,000, I think, and there always seems to be like 200,000 that are at that game.
I was at the Western Sizzling in Cabot. Getting ready.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was doing Southside's games on the. I was doing their play-by-play at the time, and we were on our way to a state semifinal at Cabot that night, and we'd stopped there to eat and watched it on TV at the Western Sizzling in Cabot.
Who won that night?
Southside.
Southside did. JT Hot Springs says 92 in Barnhill, like that game. Or actually, when the Shaquille O'Neal and LSU came to town, and then 99 Tennessee football as well is another one.
Yeah, everybody helped tear the goalpost down that day.
So is it a blood bank guarantee that Cal's going to be in the next Adam Sandler movie? Do you think that's a confirmation after their
because
their
they sit
meetup?
next to each other? I don't know. Maybe does Sandler ask everybody he sits next to be in a movie?
He's got a pretty wide Rolodex, pretty long Rolodex of different people. I would guess if Cal wants to be in Adam Sandler's next movie, if it's sports related, that there's an opportunity for that.
All right, that's the opening drive this morning. It's brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. If you're going through some crap right now, let's just be honest. Let's just call it what it is. You're going through some bleep. You need some help. Jackie's there for you. Whether it's a high conflict divorce and custody case that you're trying to co-parent with someone that's difficult, let Jackie help you through this strife in your life. If you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, let Jackie hold the prosecutor's feet to the fire and make sure your rights are protected. Don't face those charges alone. And as a former insurance defense attorney, if you've been in a car wreck, she knows how to get big insurance to pay a fair settlement for your car, your truck, your vehicle, and your injuries as well. Don't negotiate alone. Call Jackie Mock, 479-769-1505, 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
Hog Wild says that's wishful thinking, Tommy, here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. He says that Adam could care less about Cal. Sandler's a big basketball fan. I would think that he probably knows who John Calipari is.
I'm sure he does. So, but that doesn't mean he's going to put him in a movie.
Brady in Siloam says another game that people always say they're at was the Brady Toops game back when they beat
that'd be
Wichita
another,
State
yeah.
in 2004.
I was
So
not at that one either. So
did you watch it live?
it
Or was
wasn't on TV. Best time.
Man,
ever.
that's just I can't even imagine. And I know baseball's kind of slowly gotten to that point versus the other sports, but I can't imagine just not having the television access like we do in 2026. A little different. All right, you ready to talk some games this weekend? Brandon's here with the Fence Man. Brandon, what's going on?
What's up, guys?
Are you Spurs or Knicks? Who you been rooting for so far in the finals?
I've been going for the Knicks. It's been
I
a
have too.
great series.
Well, why did you choose the Knicks?
I just don't like the Spurs.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I think there are probably some. I would assume you're a Thunder fan.
I like the Thunder. I'm actually a Bulls fan, but we don't talk about that right now. 'cause
Right.
we've
So
had-
but I just think a lot of people have migrated to the Knicks for whatever. For me, it was easy because Wemby's just a whiner. I don't like it.
You think the Bulls would draft Darius Acup?
I've been saying that for weeks now. I really hope that happens.
It's getting a lot of Jalen Brunson comps watching these finals. We'll see. We'll see where he ends up here.
At number 4, it'd be nice.
Be early.
All right, let's get to it. Let's see how we did last week with our Fence Man Friday picks.
Little Rock Trojans taking on Troy.
Take the Trojans.
We got to go with the Trojans. I have something, Arkansas.
Spurs are -6 tonight against the New York Knicks.
I'll take the Spurs tonight.
Spurs going to come out. This might be a double-digit win for them.
I think the Spurs win, guys, but I think the Knicks keep it close. How many teams do we see in Omaha, Nebraska next week from the Southeastern Conference?
4.
And I'm going to go with 4 as well.
Go with 5 then, since that's the most available.
Wow. Kansas against Oklahoma.
I'm picking Kansas.
I'm going to take the Jayhawks.
I think I'm going to go Kansas, too.
OU, the surprise
Yeah.
last weekend of a lot of college World Series.
OU would have lost that series. I'd have got the pick of 4 right. You would as well. We'd all got the Kansas right. We'd have had a
Got
lot
the
more
Trojans.
dings going on.
How many people caught the Trojans
Well, you
live when you
didn't.
said that? No, I did. I just kept going.
You-
What's it
you-
hard,
it
Troy?
went right over you.
Troy
Brandon.
and Little Rock.
It went right over his head.
Right over.
Yeah. All right, what we got this week?
Knicks and Spurs. You mentioned not necessarily liking the Spurs, Brandon.
Yeah.
Are you picking them, though, tomorrow?
I actually am. I think they're going to win this one.
I think they are, too. I'm going to take San Antonio to at least move it back to Madison Square Garden for Game 6.
Losing at 30 points, not fun.
Yeah, I'm with you. Spurs win. I don't know if it emotionally, how do you come back from what happened the night being down 20 or being up 29 and losing that game? But I will take the Spurs to win and move it back to the Garden.
A lot of
close it out.
to go to Omaha. I know Arkansas is not participating. You got 5 SEC teams. Brandon, good call on that. A lot of people have been saying Georgia and Texas. The winner of that game is going to go on to win the College World Series. So we'll pick it: Bulldogs or Texas.
I've said this before. I will never pick Texas on this radio. So
Good man.
we will
Good
go
man.
with Georgia.
I think the bats and the home run power of Georgia is too much. I'll go with the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's hard to see Wes Johnson's group winning. Texas might be the only team that I want to win less this final 8 because I just can't deal with Brian if they win the College World Series. So I'll also take Georgia in this one. All right, Hagen Smith, guys, might get a start this weekend. Might move up for the Chicago White Sox. It's being reported right now. If he plays, or excuse me, if he pitches on Saturday, does he get his first MLB win, his first start?
Who would they be going against? I hadn't even looked this up.
Should have looked it up before the show.
Yes, he'll get a win. I'll just take a
Who are the White Sox?
scientific wild bleep guess. So
The White Sox. Oh, geez, Louise, they're playing the Dodgers. Oh my gosh!
I take back what I said.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he
Take back
loses.
what I said.
Well, Shohei is dealing with he's like knee inflammation or something, but still that lineup. Oof.
Would it be too
There's
much to
44
ask you where the game is being played?
44 and 25. I think it's in Southside. Where does it? Yeah, it's Southside. 3:10 on Saturday.
No,
I'm going to take.
I'll take Dodgers.
That's dude. Like your first start against Los Angeles in that lineup. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I'm going to say sorry, Hagan. You're not getting your first win on Saturday if you pitch. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I don't think he is either. I hope he has a good start. I hope it turns into good for him. But the Dodgers are good.
All right, last pick. Do you guys know who the United States is playing tonight at 8:00 in the first in Group D?
Paraguay.
Got it. Tommy, did you know that?
I was going to say Paraguay, but
okay. Did you know that actually before?
Actually, I did.
Okay.
So.
Do you have a big watch party tonight?
No, I will not.
Okay. Well, that's where they begin in Group D. Do they win tonight at 8:00 on Fox?
They do win tonight.
Yep, 2-0.
2-0. Okay.
2-0. I'll go
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. I think
2-0. Yeah, sorry, I got to say it correctly. Yeah, 2-0.
They're going to win 2-0 on the pitch.
I'll also take the Americans to move on tonight. This is not the easiest group, but 8 years ago they didn't have the easiest one either, and they got by. So we'll see if they can get into the knockout stage.
All right, that's our Fence Man Friday picks. 782-3936. The man's sitting right here, but he can be in your backyard, your front yard, or at your business very soon.
Yes, sir.
Next week to give you a quote, and all you got to do is call 782-3936. And
remember, still ask for me.
And ask for Brandon. That's work. You tell me that's been keeping you busy.
Yeah, call and ask for me, and I will hook you up. You got to ask for me.
What's that mean? When you gonna hook me up?
10% up to $500 right now if you call and ask for Brandon.
$500 off your job. You weren't here last week, and we had to call you last week. You were hanging some gates. You said.
Yep. Yeah. I saw hanging some the largest cantilevers we've built from the Fence Man.
Yeah, and
I was a little eager on that sale.
Yeah, that is that's some good work to show off too. Those cantilever style gates are not.
They're not easy. You got to do them right.
You got to build them right. And I know y'all got your own welding shop. Build all that stuff up and make it look great. 782-3936. TheFencemanAR.com is your website. We've helped you guys with that thing, and it looks really good. And it's got a lot of pictures of all your great work, including. I remember us putting those cantilever gates up there on the website.
Yep. Yeah, and check out Facebook, and also the Best River Valley voting is open for us right now, so go check that out for us too.
All right, man. 782-3936, TheFencemanAR.com. Brandon, have a great weekend, and we'll do it again next Friday.
Yes, sir. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, when we come back, Hog Update. Going to tell you more about what's going on with Hagen Smith. Best football game you want to attend this year for the Razorbacks, and Matt Hobbs next.
And I got to see Chuck
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with... I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with the free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
Hey, it's Wes Pruitt from 4-Star Sports Media. Before they make it to the majors, they make their mark right here in Northwest Arkansas. The Naturals are about to light up the diamond, and 4-Star Sports Media has you covered on every base. From rising stars to unforgettable moments, it all starts here with 4-Star Sports Media. Podcasts, live shows, and expert takes all in one place. 4star.live on web and 4-Star Sports M on X. Your 24/7 home for sports coverage from every possible angle.
You don't just maintain your land, you master it. And at Sutherland's, we've got the steel to help you do it. Experience the brute force of a bad boy mower. These mowers turn a weekend chore into a victory lap. But every great machine needs a home. Our Sutherland's custom barns are built to last. Call 1-800-66-BARNS. Sutherland's with 4 stores in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart, and online at Sutherlands.com. No matter the project, we're here to help because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Hey, it's Derek Ruskin. I enjoy stretchy pants because it makes my life more comfortable. Well, the Crane Automotive team sort of feels the same way, but about your dollar. With prices at the pump, interest rates, and everything else, we focus on making your life more affordable. Our vehicles have the highest rated fuel economy and safety features for every lifestyle and budget. Come get yours at one of our 17 statewide locations or go to craneteam.com today. The Ruskin and Zach studios are driven by the Crane Automotive team.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Dan McFadden goes 73 yards. And Repellent has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
All right, so this fall, you got the kickoff time windows that the SEC released yesterday. We knew who was on the schedule already. But knowing kind of what you know on June the 12th, let's say I had just this golden ticket. Got you sideline, food, alcohol, whatever. Home, away, pick a game of the 12. Which one you go into this fall free of charge? Big C, which would you go on this schedule?
Well, I'd want it to be one they've got a pretty good, decent shot to win.
Okay.
I'd probably go to the South
Tulsa, North Alabama.
Well, no, I'd want it to be a conference game. I'll probably go with either. Well, I'd probably want to go with South Carolina.
That's probably I would say the most likely game in the SEC that they are going to win. So I get where you're coming. Tommy, where would you go on this?
I'm going for experience. I'm going for something I hadn't done before. Those are always important to me. I want to go do things I've never done or seen before. I'm going to College Station. I'm going to Kyle Field, the home of the 12th man. I'm going to see those that weird cult and those cadets and all that stuff now. I don't know if I'll make the bonfire on Friday night, but I think Kyle Field is where I would go.
Yeah, brother just got engaged to an Aggie, doing that potentially.
Isn't that against the family bylaws?
Really,
don't y'all have
his.
something in your family bylaws about that?
She's great. I'm not going to say anything about her. Now, her student body and former friend, her
Was
friends.
she a cheerleader there?
I don't think
Trick
so.
question.
Oh, yeah, because they don't have that. That did go. They don't have any. That did. I have Tennessee because you beat them for whatever reason. You've had something on the balls, even though when you haven't been the better team or the better program. That game, I feel like that's going to be your lone SEC night game. I think that Salt Lake City's right there, neck and neck. My brother's coming to town that weekend, so I can't make it. I haven't been to Salt Lake since I was like 6, but that would be another good one. We mentioned Hagen Smith potentially getting called up this weekend, according to Bruce Levine, of 670 to score. The possibility of him pitching on Saturday against, as we talked about, the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't know if there's like a more welcome to the MLB moment than having to go up and pitch against that lineup.
No, I mean, that's like having your first start as a college athlete against Alabama. Hey, it's first start at quarterback. You're going up against Alabama or Georgia or something like that.
Perfect.
Brandon Allen.
What happened in 2012?
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen. Tyler gets
Tyler
hurt
Wilson,
against
UL Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe. We
Yep.
lose that game against the lefty, Redmond, or whatever his name was, Arkansas kid. And you're like, all right, Tyler might play. Who knows? He can't. Brandon comes in. They actually had a decent first drive, and then just after that, we got shelled like by 50.
Yeah.
It was tough. It's tough. Last name, Matt Hobbs, named pitching coach for the U.S. Baseball Collegiate National Team and the World Baseball Championships training camp coming up. Going to be taking on Korea, Japan, and Chinese Taipei. So I know I was reading I think it was Matt Jones who wrote it at Whole Hog Sports. I know he's really excited about that.
Hey, dental emergencies don't wait till Monday. Neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're there for you on the weekends when your regular dentist is closed. So if this weekend you have a broken tooth, a painful infection, a crown that's come loose, call Dr. Kendall Roberts or Dr. Doug Terry. They're ready to help you on the weekends when you need them the most. So don't wait till Monday. Call 479-235-5655. 235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental. They're at 5505 Upper Lane in Fort Smith behind Golden Corral. Valley Urgent Dental. Emergency dental care when you need it the most.
All right. So Chad is saying he's all expenses paid going to Utah. I wonder how long of a drive is that?
To Utah?
Yeah.
To Salt Lake?
16, 17?
At least.
Longer than that?
It's further than you think, but I mean,
Are you driving it?
Am I? No, my brother's coming to town that weekend. I'm
no,
not.
you don't drive to Utah.
Okay.
You fly to Utah.
Okay. Is that Larry Rath Auto Resources, Rath Mitsubishi? Could you drive? You think you could drive to Utah?
I'll drive to Exeter or Tulsa in one of Larry's cars and get on a plane is what I'll do.
I'd drive out there. I'd love to see the country.
It'd be a beautiful drive, but I mean,
it'd be nice.
I went there when the Hogs played out there against BYU. It is one of the more underrated states in our country as far as natural beauty.
I bet that's right.
It is.
Well, when it comes to driving, you either need a road-ready certified vehicle, Larry, or you need one of those new Mitsubishis under $30K. It's pretty crazy to get a new vehicle in 2026 under $30,000, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, that's the big discussion right now with all the the manufacturers is out in the world. Do we get some cars under $30,000 to help people afford them? And we've got a lineup of them right now with the new Mitsubishis, and I'm just so excited about this brand. There's really good things going on there. And they're the best back cars in America, too. I mean, these cars have a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper warranty on them. They've got a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on them. And then they've got 2 years of complimentary maintenance. They are the best back new cars in America. And we've got this whole lineup that, starts at $27,800 for a brand new Outlander Sport with all-wheel drive. So this is a great-looking SUV with all that great coverage on it. And, just a really, really easy vehicle to afford for folks. And that ought to be really popular right now. So Mitsubishi might not be on your list. You might not have thought about it, but you want to come in and at least take a look at these and test drive and see how much car you can get for your money with a brand new Mitsubishi. And like I said, we got a great lineup. Rates starting at 0% for up to 72 months. Interest-free driving for up to 6 years on new Mitsubishi. So we're really excited about that as well. The Outlander PHEV with 64 miles a gallon. If you're worried about gas mileage, well, there's a car that'll put some money back in your pocket. And we're really excited about that. And then, of course, road-ready certified vehicles available at both locations. Those are selling like hotcakes, voted best of the best the last 2 years in a row. And it really is the best used car your money can buy. Hand-picked, reconditioned in our Meineke Car Care Center and covered by a comprehensive warranty. It's just the smartest way to drive, and we've got a good selection of those too. So if you're thinking about a new car this weekend, take the Mitsubishi Challenge. Come in, take a test drive, check out this lineup, save yourself some money, and get better coverage and a better car. And if you're looking for used, Road Ready Certified is the only way to go. So we got a big selection. You're going to have a big weekend. We'd love a chance to earn your business. Come and see us at either location, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, or check us out online, rathauto.com.
All right, Larry. Doesn't sound like you got it sounds like you got a lot road trip in the future. Me and Tom will meet you there on a plane, okay?
Okay, we'll meet.
All right.
That sounds like fun.
We can have a good time. All right, we got our Morning Rush Daily question when we come back.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother. They're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by Beef Farm, it's what'sfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
As always, in any relationships, there are different moods at different times of your relationship. Don't lose any sleep over it.
This is the Morning Rush.
Drive smarter with a Road Ready Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a Road Ready Certified Pre-Owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes set a high standard for luxury. With the iconic $5 box, the decadent $7 box, or the extravagant $9 box. And when you experience the opulence of crunching into the grilled cheese tortilla shell of the shredded beef dippy taco in the $9 box, you may even let the Lutz go to your head. Get your $5, $7, or $9 Lutz box today, only at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra.
Fireworks, you'll find the best prices, the best selection, and friendly service that keeps customers coming back year after year for over 22 years now. Looking for great family packs? We've got them. Want moving artillery shelves? We've got the best selection around. Need fireworks for the kids? Check out our huge kids tables packed with novelties and fun for all ages. Be sure to visit us on Facebook for special deals, giveaways, and updates throughout the fireworks season. Celebrate 250 years of American freedom with Fat Boys Fireworks.
Presented by Central Hydraulics. When your equipment slows down, every minute matters. At Central Hydraulics, they keep your machines operating with the power and precision they were built for. From custom hydraulic hoses made while you wait to cylinder rebuilds, pump repairs, and hard-to-find parts, their technicians get you solutions you need. Fast, accurate, and done right the first time. Stop by 6104 Highway 271 in Fort Smith or call 479-646-0471. Whether it's a simple hose replacement or a major hydraulic repair, they're here to keep your equipment performing. Central Hydraulics, helping you move the world.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Hey, it's Phil Carr with Shangri-La Resort in beautiful Madida, Arkansas. For 70 years, Shangri-La Resort has been the backdrop for your favorite memories. On July 3rd, we're going to celebrate all these years on Lake Ouachita. Come join my family for the event as we continue to provide local, family-owned hospitality for years to come. Join us as we celebrate 7 decades of excellence. Visit us at ShangriLaResortAR.net or call 870-867-2011. Shangri-La Resort, a touch of paradise and a boatload of fun.
Legal challenges can feel like a mountain in your path, but you don't have to climb it alone. Hi, this is James Teague. At Teague Law Firm in Rogers, we provide the experience, personal representation you deserve. Whether it's family law, criminal defense, or personal injury, we are dedicated to protecting what matters most to you. From divorce and custody trials and all other forms of litigation, Teague Law Firm fights for your results. Trust our team that Northwest Arkansas has relied on for over 30 years. Call Teague Law Firm today at 479-877-1688 or visit our website at teague-law.com. The Teague Law Firm. If we can't help you, we'll talk baseball.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CarpatSocial.com.
Oh, it's my turn to talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
You don't have one, I'm guessing.
No, I was going to, yesterday we talked about the World Cup. I want to come back to this Sorensby deal and in Texas Tech. And I want to come back to the question I asked earlier. Is this guy worth it? And will administrators and coaches ultimately lose their job as a result of backing this kid and getting him on the field? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question. Do people get fired at Texas Tech over what's going on right now?
So
may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but does this ultimately cost people their jobs?
Well, just think about the terrain of the Big 12. You don't have Oklahoma and Texas anymore. Utah lost Kyle Whittingham. Texas Tech is the projected favorite to win, I believe. So that being said, they will probably get to the college football playoff again. I think in a lot of people's minds, that makes this kid worth it. Now, for others, that's like, well, he needs to win a national championship. So in the idea, like, what are they going to lose their jobs over?
See, here's what I think happens. They don't end up winning those games that you're projecting them to win. They don't end up in the college football playoff. Okay. And all of this is not worth it in the end, and that's what gets them fired.
They're not losing one of the first 2 games against like Abilene State and I forget the other team.
Because that's when he's serving his sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he's not guilty of anything, why is he even suspended for those 2 games?
Yeah.
And when the hell can a judge decide how many games you're suspended for? None of this makes sense.
Yeah. So you're
not worth it.
You're on the side of this.
No.
But you think people are
I think people are going to get fired over this.
So what would cause the board of Texas Tech to say, because this kid...
Public pressure, public sentiment.
But what if the opposite happens? What if he does get to the playoff and they get further than they did last year?
I don't think they will.
Okay.
I think the distraction and the weight of all of this, you think this conversation's going away over the summer?
Oh, no.
You think it may die down, but then come season, it's right back here.
Yeah.
If he plays, and they're going all the way for this kid, they better not only just win the conference, but like I said, be one of the top seeds and get to like the semifinals of the playoff, or this isn't worth it. You have staked your professional and personal reputations on this.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
What do you think, Christian?
I could see it. I could see it getting messy. The thing is who would get fired? I mean, would everybody get fired? Not.
Yeah,
no.
like, are you saying the AD, the coach, the what? Like, who are we?
Maybe the coach.
President. Who's getting fired over this?
I think they could all get fired.
Yeah.
In time, maybe not all at once, but when we trace back the end of their time in Lubbock, Texas, it will come back to, everything was hunky-dory. Everything was great till they, till they made the public statements they made. I mean, when you're having to email your students, your student body to explain what's going on.
Well, think about it from this point. I want to go off.
What are we doing
Here's
here?
why I don't think that's going to happen. Because who controls that university right now?
Cody Campbell.
Okay, so if
he's the only one that can't get
okay,
fired.
No, but hear what I'm saying. If he controls that university, then if he wants those guys on staff, they're going to continue to be on staff, right? So they're not. Doesn't matter what the board says, because if
When
he
they
doesn't
underperform, who's going to be mad more than anyone? The guy that put up all the money.
You're 100%.
If they go on and win the national title or win the Big 12 and get to the Final Four, no one's going to say a word. They'll build buildings in their honor. But when he underperforms, when they don't win enough games, when this thing doesn't pan out the way they all believe it will now, who's going to be the first one that's pissed off? The guy footing the bill.
All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning.
And like you just said, as long as he wants them around, they're around. When the minute comes he doesn't want them around, what happens then, Ty? Down the road papers. They're going to get those down the road papers.
See you later.
Get down the road.
Cart Pass Social, a place you can hate watch Texas Tech football this fall, or you can stop in and see them this summer. Summer memberships going on through September. Member, guest, and family. Starting at just $200 a month. Unlimited golf. Doesn't matter if it's raining, it's too hot outside. It's always air conditioned, and it's always clear skies at Cart Pass Social. Come on by and see them. 122 Grant Place in Lowell. It's always BYOB at Cart Pass Social, the #1 indoor golf. Doesn't matter if you're a good golfer, if you're a hack, if you're a plus handicap. It doesn't matter. BYOB, hang out at Cart Pass Social. Kevin's in Rogers this morning here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Kevin, I understand you have some thoughts on what we were just talking about.
Yeah, hey, Tommy. Hey, Ty. It's been a little while. Hope
Yeah.
everybody's having a good summer.
Good morning.
Tommy, kept up with your trip on Facebook. That was great. Yeah. This is just, unlike Tommy, this is the most asymptotical thing that I could ever, I mean, it's just stupid. First of all, I mean,
totally.
I don't know if y'all watched this kid play. I mean, I don't remember who was the #1 transfer quarterback last year. I think maybe it was Mateer at Oklahoma. But this kid, he played for a team that was 7-6. If he was, I mean, you're putting your, I don't know what they're seeing. I mean, I'll go on record to say that DJ Lagway going to Baylor and not having to play in the SEC will have a better year than he will. I mean, I just think this is crazy. I mean, I've never seen, you broke the rules. This is way worse than the Bediako thing. I mean, even though we all don't agree with that, at least they were trying to find reasons. Hey, this is why. He gambled. I mean, what if Pete Rose would have decided to say, well, I'm just going to take you to court, find me a buddy judge, and I'm not going to be suspended for life.
So here's a question, Kevin. So for a top performer, someone you believe's one of your A-list players, starting quarterback type player, one of your better players on the team, what is off limits now? If betting on sports and having a gambling addiction, and hey, you can support this kid and not play him, not making part of the team, but what is now out of bounds? What is something that, boy, if he did this, it doesn't matter how good a player he is off the team. Where is that line now?
Texas Tech is just becoming and I know everybody has money, and you'll remember this, Tommy, they're the SMU of the 80s, the way that they're trying to run their program. I mean, it wasn't just money that got SMU in trouble. There were a lot of other things that were going on legally. I mean, that's what they are. Let me ask you a question, and I'm not going to bring up a player's name or anything because I won't do that. But what do you think that John Calipari would do if his star player, whoever that might have been over the years, was caught gambling You think he'd be playing? I don't think so.
I don't think so because I think there's more than one star player on this, on any of his teams. Trust me, if he thought it was the difference in getting to a Final Four and winning the national title, he'd be trying to find a way to do it. I don't blame McGuire, and Campbell's put up the money. I don't blame McGuire for wanting this kid to play. That's his job, is to win games.
Okay.
When it gets to the AD and the president, that's when you got to say, listen, hey, Coach, I understand, but at some point you've got to draw the line and say, we're not putting winning ahead of what the right thing to do is.
Well,
and that's where the adults got to step in and be the adults.
I mean, he got all this money, Ty and Tommy, and he basically is just gambling it away. I have two other things, and then I'll go because I know that's short. Talk about two events that you've been to that were big. Tommy, Ty, you won't remember this. You're a pup, but 81 Texas Arkansas football there at Razorback Stadium. Texas was number 1. We were unranked, and I believe that it was a 3-touchdown spread. Blew them out. It is still the largest defeat by a number 1 team against an unranked team. And then in 84, I was at the Phi Slamma Jamma game when we broke the 39-game winning streak of Houston Cougars. That was a great game. We won by 15. But those were two great crowds.
Yeah.
It was 41-10 in 81, right? I mean, like you're saying, and then Hakeem Olajuwon. I remember Joe Klein jumping up and down because he fouled him. He fouled him out of that game.
All right, let's keep it going. Gary in Arkadelphia on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, I'm just calling in about this Thorsby deal. The NCAA, this turned into a big pile of hot, steaming crap. Okay? Now the Attorney General stepped in and says the Big 12 can't come back and do anything, or they'll sue them for antitrust. It's just, I don't understand. This kid in Iowa in 23 placed one $10 bet on the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team in the NCAA tournament, got suspended for a year. He couldn't finish out his college career. This guy makes a deal with the judge. Well, you rule me eligible, I'll sit out 2 games. And when are we going to stop having judges step in
100%
and ruling on this crap? I don't get it. It doesn't matter. The guy broke the rule. He broke the rule like the guy said a while ago. Pete Rose, he bet on his own team to win. He was gone for life. I'll be the same way here. I don't understand. And I'm like you, Tommy, once this goes turned south and sideways and they start losing ball games, not only is the big money man going to get mad, but all the fans and other donors and boosters are going to get mad. They're going to get mad at the guy that started all this, and that's the big money man. So it's going to turn into a big mess before it's over with. And if I'm on that football team, I don't know. I'm kind of looking like, hey, y'all putting my season on line here by playing this guy because they could come back. I still think somebody should come in and say, hey, he can't play. I don't see why the NCAA can't come in and say, no, he can't play. I don't see why the Big 12 say, Big 12 says, okay, he's going to play, but at the end of the day, all the games are going to be ruled as a forfeit. I don't get this. Somebody needs to explain that to me.
Well, go ahead.
I'm a football player.
Yeah. If we can find a judge to rule him eligible and get an injunction, can't we find another judge to give, the institution or the conference or something? And I understand antitrust, but you're also irreparably harming the schools on their schedule, too, by letting someone play that broke every cardinal rule you can break here. And the number one is don't gamble on sports.
Yeah.
What about the irreparable harm to those people? Again,
when they sign that scholarship agreement, they know they can't gamble on sports.
Yeah. There's just cardinal sins you don't break.
Good to hear from
you. You don't hit
Gary.
women, and you don't bet on sports when you're an athlete. And, a lot of other things we can figure out. But this one's not one I think you can come back from. But they've sold their soul. They've made a deal with the devil. And, they'll ultimately pay the price in the end. They may get away with it in the short term, but those chickens will come home to roost.
Yeah, I'll go back to a point Kevin made earlier. This feels very Southwest Conference-y in the 80s. And being that Texas Tech is a former Southwest Conference member, it fits to what's going on. Don't know if it deserves the death penalty like SMU, but very much in that category. Hour 2 is next. Chris Marlar joins us on the other side.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother. They're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef, It's What's for Dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Fort Smith, your next great fishing story starts at the brand new Bass Pro Shops outpost on Bass Pro Drive, just off Rogers Avenue. Step inside and discover the Pradco store within a store, where you can design a custom autographed lure from iconic shapes like the Head and Spook, Cotton Cordell Redfin, and many others. Add your name, a message, or whatever sparks your imagination. Whether you're gearing up for the water or grabbing a one-of-a-kind gift, it's all happening now at the Bass Pro Outpost. Come make something unforgettable.
This is the Morning Rush.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle, available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Celebrate the moments in your life with a gift from the Solid Rock. Whether it's a Bible for a birthday, an engraved travel mug or wallet for a father, or a new patriotic t-shirt for America's birthday, the Solid Rock has the unique, one-of-a-kind, thoughtful gift that anyone would be proud to receive. From home decor to t-shirts, personalized engravings, and of course, Bibles, the Solid Rock is your source for every gift season. Shop the Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, serving the River Valley for 50 years.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on
on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gastons, a first-class time, every time.
The Roar E dirt bikes are unleashed, and they're ripping up everything you thought you knew about power. Instant torque that snaps your head back, silent speed that hits before you hear it. No gas, no gears, just pure electric domination. Twist it and hold on. Trail, track, street, doesn't matter. These machines are built to shred. Ready to go full throttle without the noise? Get your hands on a Roar E dirt bike today at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967 in downtown Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will see periods of sunshine, also chance of some showers and scattered thunderstorms. Our temperatures this afternoon will be in the low to mid 80s. A few isolated showers or thunderstorms will be with us tonight, and overnight low will drop down into the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for wine, specialty beers, and liquor, located at 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith.
The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 85 days.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
You could drink beer.
The superior light beer for the social athlete.
Well, I think everybody should realize that first and foremost, our decisions in this matter have been guided by a conviction we have at Texas Tech, and that is we stand by and we support our students. Now, Brendan made a mistake. We acknowledge that. Mistakes have consequences. At the same time, here's a young man with a dream and a vision to pursue a career. We felt not to have the opportunity to pursue that career, given the circumstances and the evolving changes in this world that these athletes face, was unfair and unjust. So we are attending, first of all, to his medically diagnosed condition, and we are prepared to support him as he pursues that career that he's spent his whole life working toward. That's what we do at Texas Tech.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft, this is The Morning Rush.
Couldn't bring myself to watch all 22 minutes of the video that Texas Tech released yesterday with a few ADs, their president, Joey McGuire. Honestly surprised that Cody Campbell was not sitting there with them. But that was a clip from their president talking about how they support their students. They support their students by sending their student body and student enrollment an email about this thing with Sorsby yesterday. And it continued to spiral. This is not going away, as you brought up, either. This is going to be a reoccurring story, a reoccurring theme throughout the Texas Tech season. And, like, give credit to Campbell in the sense that, like, he single-handedly just wants to watch his football team win games like Phil Knight does in Eugene, and he's doing everything in his power to do that. In this case, though, it's like, you still, as you said earlier, the adults in the room should have said no. Medically diagnosed is what stands out.
Or criminally diagnosed.
How was this found out? Because it's like they're going back years and tracking this. Like, I guess there could be players currently that have done
You've got gambling technology. There was someone said earlier this week that Cincinnati knew of this, and when they went, I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, like even the who's the Mateer, like when he sent the Venmo, or allegedly sent the Venmo, that he said it wasn't actually about the bet that he made or the bet that he lost. Like stuff like it's traceable, it's trackable. Like it's public. In some cases, it's public too.
Is Friday? Is today the day y'all have Neil Atkinson on halftime with you guys?
He's not going to make it today.
Okay. Well, I would love to hear someone like Neil or someone at that runs a sports book, that runs a place that takes bets. What they think on this, because the integrity of the bets themselves and the games themselves, if we're going to allow athletes to bet on the games that they're playing in, their teams are playing in, I mean, how many bets you want to take on that? I mean, you're just opening up if this goes and other schools fall in line with this level of thinking. If Texas Tech somehow sets a precedent that other schools and athletes follow, and someone will challenge this, and I'll be interested to see how other institutions and other conferences deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
does this mean that when they fired the baseball coach at Alabama, that was inappropriate now based on what Texas Tech and this judge says? So, I mean, I just find it interesting to see what happens the next time this comes up, because this is not going to be the last time this happens. But if you're running a sports book and you're trying to have a legitimate business with integrity based on the bets themselves, how does this change everything from their perspective?
I think Caleb is the one that brought this up. Does that lead kids in that locker room to be like, okay, well, if we gamble, we're still going to be okay?
Or do you just got to be a really good quarterback to get away with it?
Like, well, Coach, I did, but he got away with it.
You're on the third string, so then you're out of here.
And then another person was like, well, I guess it's an indictment of how bad Texas Tech quarterbacks are since they're going
Boy,
through
that's
all
true.
this stuff.
How bad is their backup quarterback at Texas Tech? That's a great point.
They had that kid last year who had a dreadful college football playoff game. He graduated or whatever. I can't think of that kid's name, but that was a defensive team last year. It's a decent offense. But, yeah, they went all in on this kid. I mean, you think about the money spent in the offseason on college quarterbacks. That kid's making $5 million. Levitt is, I think, Sam Levitt, kid that went from Arizona State to LSU, who was injured last year. He's making, I think, 4 or 5. I mean, just the money spent is wild.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So this story is not going away, like you said. What happens when this pops up or becomes a headline elsewhere, that's going to be the interesting thing to see. Does this parallel at all? Because my guess is no.
Let's talk with our buddy Chris Marler about it. 104.5 Baton Rouge, LAsports.net. Also, if he does some stuff for South Carolina with Locked On, we can ask about that upcoming game as well. Chris, this is the big news in college football. This is like one of the first times in a while I haven't seen like any arguments for a kid outside of basically his own school. It seems like this is like overwhelmingly in favor of this kid shouldn't play this fall.
I've missed it. What happened? I haven't really been paying attention to anything on social media lately. It's
have you heard of Texas Tech? Have you heard of
Yes,
Lubbock, Texas?
I have. They are what I'm gathering the Iran of college football. These people, it's insane to me because it's hard to make anyone agree on anything, like universally, like in general, right? Like everyone, I always say like we're a nation of haters. Like you'll say something and it's like, man, I really love waffles. It's like, wow, it's really messed up. You don't like pancakes.
Yeah.
Like what? How did that come out?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
what do you got against bacon?
Yeah, right. And so the thing with Texas Tech that's insane though is they have found a way to unite everyone, and their PR team is just batting zero, and it's incredible. like every day, I think that they're like, surely they won't do something worse. They're like, oh, you thought that 7-paragraph non-apology was bad? We have a 22-minute video with 5 of the least likable people imaginable explaining why we are so unlikable. I think that the big thing for me is it's clear that they are a situation where it's like they don't like surely they can't be dumb enough to think that they haven't done anything wrong. I think you might have something where they have this weird complex that maybe it's I'll just say it. Maybe it's because they're from Texas and they think that like they're better than they are. Maybe it's because they have a billionaire that's kind of funding this whole thing, and they think it's because he can get away with whatever because he has so much money. Or maybe it's a combination of all that and the fact that they spent $5 million on the quarterback, and by God, they're going to play him. The funny part is that they kind of have this thing where they could go play their backups against that schedule and probably do a little bit what Steve Sarkisian said because of how easy that whole slate is. But I think it's such a bad precedent to set for college football and college sports, and more importantly, like the young men that are playing the sport. Like you are. I heard you guys talking about it before you brought me on, which is, like what would happen if it's a backup? I can tell you right now, an 18 to 22-year-old kid's going to see that example and be like, oh, well, if he did it, I'm sure I could do it. It'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And we'll just ask questions later. Like the majority of kids at 18 to 22, including me when I was that age, which is a long time ago, Ty, as you know. But, I was an idiot. Most people are at that age. And it's going to have so many more issues. I think what we're going to find in most places where logic and reason prevails is outside of Lubbock, Texas, that no one else is going to put up with that crap. And for some reason, it's just Texas Tech that thinks that, like, not only should they be allowed to, but they're going to gaslight everyone else into believing that them coming out as the victim is one of the craziest things.
Oh, yeah.
I've ever. I mean, listen, me and my fiance are very big into Bravo, and it's just I mean, this whole thing needs to be on a Bravo reality show. It's incredible.
Jeremy brings up something ironic. There's no sports betting allowed in Texas. And they're fighting so much for this kid that went through all that, which is it's pretty crazy. So, like, we were talking also before you came on, the amount of money that's being spent, whether it's Sorsby, Levitt. When you think about those two kids, like LSU's expected not just to go to the playoff, but potentially win the national championship. And I know that this kid's getting a lot of notoriety in Lubbock based on what's going on. Who's got more pressure on him this fall between those two, Chris?
I think now it's Sorsby. I mean, because Texas Tech is a nobody. I mean, like they have bought their way to the table, and you know they went down to Miami last year and got 0 points. I mean, like there's. I think the pressure is on them, and mainly because they have somehow taken the crown from LSU as like the least likable program this offseason, which is I'm sure won't last. But the biggest difference is the person wearing that crown when it was, you know, at LSU was Lane Kiffin. It wasn't the quarterback. I don't think anyone dislikes Sam Levitt outside of maybe players at Arizona State or people at Arizona State for the way he left. I think there's more pressure on Sorsby. I do think as a team and as a program, there's far more pressure on LSU because LSU is in a situation as much money as they've spent, guys. And this is the thing. They've spent like this entire like year, I think, with basketball and football and the firings and the new hirings and the NIL stuff. I mean, you're talking about like a $200 million expense. Like that, I mean, that's crazy. And they have found themselves, the plan was never to be at $40 million for the roster, but they have found themselves well over that, like, you know, not over 50 or anything, but it's probably 43, I would imagine. And that roster is not going to be able to be built the same way year over year in Baton Rouge. Like Texas Tech, maybe you got oil money. Like maybe you can throw $40 million every single year at this, like Oregon, Texas A&M can. But LSU can't do that. So with what they have spent, the players they have brought in, the coach, like that, you know, how unlikable people kind of view them and the optics from the outside looking in. I think LSU's a program's under far more pressure, but the quarterback is Sorsby. Very long-winded answer there, boys. My bad.
Sidebar real quick. Isn't this AD, this whole cut guy, isn't he the guy that was the head of the college football playoff committee that had to step aside? Or am I thinking of someone different?
I think so.
And that put Hunter Yurachek in front of the bright lights in front of the whole world. So that's also who is at the helm of this deal here. And I'm of the opinion, Chris, that when all of the dust settles, this isn't going to. They're not going to win as many games as they think that this kid's going to win them. And ultimately, 2 of the 3 are going to get fired between the president, the AD, and McGuire, the coach. This is going to turn bad.
He's not that good of a quarterback.
He's not worth it. That was my question at the beginning of the show. Is this guy worth all this? Because I don't think he's worth all this.
What college football has like failed to understand so far, right? Like I love Taylon Green. This is like if Taylon Green got into the portal, or a guy like Lenore Sellers. I love Lenore Sellers. I think he's incredibly talented. I think those are guys that they would have gone out in this cycle, they would have garnered around $4 million. Because of what they're able to do. And like, you look at Sorsby, like, I mean, he had less than, like, 100 yards in a game against, I forgot who it was against, it was, like, in 27 attempts. Like, and it was a big-time game. Like, he has failed at the highest level, I think, before. And, you know, you're coming from Cincinnati, which isn't like a small G6 school anymore. It's in the Power 4. So he played some decent competition, but not anything like he's going to face, you know, when he gets to the college football playoff. I don't think he's cut from that kind of cloth, for one. And two, what the college football has not picked up on is this is not like, oh my God, we're in this free agent cycle and Patrick Mahomes is available or Aaron Rodgers is available. It's like most of college football has taken the Atlanta Falcons route, which is never good, somebody from Atlanta. And they're like, Kirk Cousins is available? Dude, we should throw $1 bazillion at that guy. And that's like, and in college football, they're going to be in the portal every year, and so they're doing this all the time. Yeah. I don't think Texas Tech has figured that part out.
I mean, you would think this guy is the second coming of Tim Tebow, and he's not.
In the NFL, he might be.
I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, and that's what's going to create the vast disappointment, which is going to get Cody Campbell, the big billionaire, fired up at him. And I think these guys are going to lose their jobs when it's all said and done, and it may not be immediate, but it's going to trace back to this.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting thing to look out for. I think the other thing too is that, like, I don't know what is success for them this year? Like is this because if this is something they can replicate year over year, I don't know if it's like you have to be all in this year. But I don't. Was anybody looking at Sorsby and saying that guy is a generational talent, we should pay him this, or was everyone looking at it and saying, all right, we have Sam Levitt, who, by the way, I think is going to be great in Lane Kiffin's offense. If he was a starter at Alabama, or if he was a starter at, I don't know, Tennessee, I don't think we're having the same conversation, right? It's like, I think he's going to be fine, but is he a $5 million quarterback? I don't know if there was a $5 million quarterback in this year's cycle.
Talking with Chris Marler this morning, ESPN 104.5 Baton Rouge. Chris, last football question. I know biggest news in the SEC maybe this week was outside of what's going on in Omaha this weekend is the Swamp, $1.45 billion renovation. Like, so a couple years back, U of A was going to do a renovation of Bud Walton, and then Cal was like, no. We're going to spend that money on players. And you kind of get that. Are you surprised that, like, with everything going on with the transition of college sports, they're spending that much money? I know there's luxury and everything else, but that just kind of caught me off guard this week, didn't it, for you as well?
$1.45 billion. I guess I just don't understand money at this point.
That's $1,500 million. If you had $1 million, you could stack up $1 million 1,500 times, and that's what you're talking about here.
That's insane. I think the thing that's crazy for me is, one, the price, for sure. And then, I mean, one of the things that's interesting about that is that, like, when you talk about player facilities, it doesn't necessarily just mean the stadium, because, like, you're in that stadium 7 times a year. Like, the facility part of it is more so like, all right, what's the practice facility like? What's the workout room like? What's, like, you know, all the bells and whistles of what you have at the facility. But, like, as far as the stadium goes, that's, like, more so for the fans. I don't know if that's worth the investment for the fans. Now, I'll also tell you, I remember distinctly, I've told you this story before. I remember going down to the Swamp in 2017. I think it was for SDS, and we were there for Tennessee, Florida, when they had that. It wasn't the Hail Mary, but it was a Felipe Franks touchdown against Tennessee game.
Former Hog, baby.
And I remember getting into the stadium, and there was these like little boxes they have that are like, they're not luxury at all, as most things in Gainesville, Florida aren't. And it's like this little concrete box that like sits like 4 to 6 people or whatever, and it's like kind of secluded away from it's in the middle of like the actual stadium seating, but it's like its own little box, but still just like, it's nothing nice. There was a hornet's nest in there, guys. A hornet's nest. And I don't know, they already played 2 games there. I don't know how long it takes to build a hornet's nest, but it can't be 6 days. And so watching everything in that stadium, maybe $1.45 billion isn't enough to fix how bad that stadium is.
The first $100 million is going to be spent on dynamite. So
it's just hornets. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Dynamite and hornet spray, dynamite and pest control. So, but I mean,
right.
I think Ty's point, and we were talking about this. We're just not living in a day and time anymore where people are going all out. The arms race of facilities in the SEC is over right now, because it's the arms race of NIL and collectives and paying players. Yeah. I mean, so to see a headline that they're going to spend nearly $1.5 billion, you're just not seeing that much on facilities anymore. You better have them in place now, or you're not going to have the funds to do it.
Well, also think about this too, guys. Like the numbers for some of these places. I think I want to say Texas A&M was around $785 million when they did theirs in 2014. Maybe the difference in 12 years, maybe that's a more similar number. I don't know. But if you look at the list of renovations going on in the world of college football, I'm trying to think. I saw it the other day on Twitter, and it was like, I know South Carolina's spending about $385 million. I think Mizzou's up there around like $500 million. I think. But there's like several places around the conference and the country that are spending a lot. No one is anywhere close to $1 billion, let alone $1.5 billion.
Well, and then when you look at, in just a guy who dabbles a little bit with real estate here and there, when you look at it in cost per foot, like when they build something new, I mean, it just blows your mind. When you're not even buying, you already got the land, you know. So yeah, I'm just amazed. How can you spend that much for that few square feet? I mean, I would like some explanation, because all of these schools just seem to, go way beyond any budget even my wife could set.
Yeah, just printing money. That part is.
Yeah.
I keep looking at it saying it's not sustainable. I think everyone's kind of on the same page with that, and I believe that it's not. I don't know where they're getting that money, but it is It is not great with the NIL stuff.
It's the old adage that's always been true. It's always easy to spend someone else's money, and that's what all these schools are doing. It's not their money; it's someone else's money, and it's easy to spend a lot of someone else's money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so we'll see if that continues. So, Arkansas and South Carolina scheduled up November. You know, I know it's way early. What are they saying there in Columbia about this game? Which, you know, for years these two schools played each other. It was always a pivotal game. It was hard to have a great season for both teams without, you know, usually the winner of that year had the better year. Winner of that game had the better season. Is it that way this year, or can both schools have a year they meet expectations with Arkansas and South Carolina?
Yeah, I told this to Ty the other day. Everyone's talking LSU Ole Miss. The game of the year is in Fayetteville, Arkansas, the second week in November when South Carolina comes to town to play the Hogs. I'm kind of kidding about that. I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be an interesting game.
It'll be pivotal.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Arkansas looks like with the new coach and all that kind of stuff, and a new OC and 60 new players, I think, to the portal and everything else. I'm excited about the South Carolina team. I think that game specifically is – there's 3 games on this schedule that I look at. And for South Carolina fans, you kind of look at them like, well, yeah, they're going to win, right? Like, well, you better. And because if you don't, your chance of having anything over a 6-6 season are probably done. Kentucky, Mississippi State in September, and then obviously this one, or I think Kentucky might be early October, and then this one in November, because their month of November is pretty brutal. It's like A&M, then Arkansas, Georgia, and then Clemson. With Arkansas and Clemson being on the road, I think it's a really big game for them. As of right now, it's what, June 12th, June 11th? I think 12th. June 12th.
Yeah.
The only thing I can tell you about this game, guys, as somebody that is admittedly going to be pulling for South Carolina to win it, I am so tired of having to watch Garen McFadden run for 323 yards on Twitter every 3 days when somebody posts that video. It was awesome when it happened, but, man, it's going to haunt South Carolina fans, I think, forever from that game back in, was it 2006 or 2007?
7, yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. But no, I think it'll be an interesting game. I think Arkansas is it's this weird, interesting year where, you know, you got all these new pieces, and I don't know what that's going to look like in the landscape of the SEC. But I think that also whenever somebody's not talking about you in the SEC, seems to always be a recipe for disaster for everyone else.
Yeah. Well, here, someone write this down. Here's my prediction on June the 12th. Arkansas will play South Carolina that second weekend in November, and it will be Arkansas's chance to win their 5th game of the year. They will win that 5th game of the year, and they'll go into the Texas and LSU games with a chance to be bowl eligible if they win one of those two.
Look at the counties on you.
That's my thought. They can beat North Alabama, and they'll beat Tulsa, and they'll find a way to eke out one against or 2 of the 3 against Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Missouri.
Jeez Louise.
Okay.
All right.
I like that. Are they playing in LSU again this year?
They're playing LSU here, but that's end of the year. So they'll have 5 wins going into the road game at Texas and the home game with LSU. I don't know if they'll win a 6th, but they'll have a chance to be bowl eligible the last 2 weeks.
I want to put a bet on this and go full circle since we opened with the Brennan Sorsby thing, but I don't know if that's good for the mental health of that quarterback.
Well, he has been medically diagnosed with this ailment, so.
Oh, my God. Okay. And then they gave him $5 million, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, if they could get their $5 million back, I bet they'd wash their hands of him.
Chris, did you hear he has this?
We've put a custodian of his personal finances in place.
So he's good.
Yeah. So you got a janitor in place? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what that means, Ty?
I guess.
Is that not? No, I don't think that's what that means.
No. Jeez. All right, Marler, good stuff, buddy. See you next month.
All right, thanks, boys.
All right, Chris Marler and all of our guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Am I too bold with saying that South Carolina, they'll have 4 wins when they get to South Carolina?
So you think they're going to go?
So North Alabama and Tulsa, then they got to win 2 games against a home game with Tennessee, a road game at Vanderbilt, and Missouri. I don't know if they can win at Auburn.
You better get that Utah
So
game.
the best.
No, you're not going to win at Utah.
We got a better chance to
You're
win.
not going to win at Utah.
We got a better chance to win in Jordan-Hare than we do going to Nashville.
Well, we'll see.
That's the easiest road game this fall. Get
a little momentum, though. Playing at home. Got the bye week Got the bye week folded up in there, too.
Says you're delirious. I'm surprised. Listen, I
got a bye week going into the Missouri game, right? Yep, you do.
I'd say they'll win 5 games. I agree.
I got them at 4.
I didn't say they'd win 6. I just said they'd have a chance in the last 2 weeks to get bowl
Listen,
eligible.
I hope you're right. I'm sticking with 4-8, and I'm still scared about that.
So I'm way off in another universe at 5 wins. Oh, my God. What is he doing?
I'm still scared about that 4-8 prediction. Been burned too many times with this dang football program.
Did I just say they'd win 9? No, I said they would win their 5th game of the year against South Carolina. I don't think that's real bold.
There's a path to 5.
The fact that y'all think it's bold is a bigger problem.
Oh, it's a major problem. It's a cataclysmic problem. Awful.
The second week in November, I predict they're going to win their 5th game, and y'all think I've shot the moon here. Unbelievable.
Jesse says not a chance. So John and Jesse disagree with you this morning.
All right. Hey, when the workday is done, that's when the good stuff begins, whether it's fishing, off-roading, making Razorback predictions, or just enjoying the great outdoors. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas can help make it happen. Visit myaglender.com or drop by any one of Farm Credit of Western Arkansas's 25 locations today and start making the most of your time off.
Speaking of enjoyment, the Brits, the Scots, the other people across the pond have enjoyed America these last few days and supposedly are going to the next few days here at the World Cup. We'll get into some of what they've enjoyed thus far, plus your SEC update. When we come back, Jason Campbell had some good thoughts on the quarterback battle here in Fayetteville. We'll get into what he said next.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with, I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E. from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Enclaves at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off and 4.9% financing for up to 84 months on this luxurious third-row SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about to be tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
But this afternoon is a day for the Razorbacks to celebrate. Arkansas wins the tournament.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
If you don't name a guy early, it's not the worst thing, because at the end of the day, you still don't know what you're going to get. Like I told Coach Stuberfield on the phone, on our interview, I said, Coach, honestly, when you don't have any experience at the position, you really don't know until those first couple of games. You almost have to play both. I said, because if I can't get hit in practice, it's a different mindset as a quarterback than me lining up and all of a sudden somebody's coming down the barrel about to hit you in the chest when you got to stand in there and throw a ball over the middle and take a hit and get back up. So you don't know how a kid is going to respond as well either. You can assimilate as much as you can in scrimmages, but you really can't assimilate game atmosphere and what a kid is going to do in a game and how he responds to a bad play until you actually play it.
Auburn quarterback Jason Campbell on with us yesterday talking about this matchup of QBs with KJ Jackson and A.J. Hill, something he also asked Ryan Silverfield on their podcast earlier this week. You think about just the luxury you have as a quarterback, and when you're in practice and taking reps, knowing that no one can touch you, and then just the quick turnover of what you play in game one. So in his mind, it's like, I kind of want to see both these guys play. And hopefully you're at a point against North Alabama. KJ's going to start this fall, y'all. That's just going to happen. You get AJ in early, so you get reps from both guys.
I thought how hard is that for some people to keep that straight in the fan? AJ, KJ, keeping which one's which? The one that came from Memphis, the one that's been anyway. I have to slow down and say it correctly because those two can get mumbled up together when talking. But I thought it was an interesting answer when we asked him the question yesterday. How would you handle it if you were a coach? And basically, I want to see how the quarterback deals with the pressure in the pocket and pressure on the runs. Don't care, I don't really care how about you getting the contact when you're running with the football, but what do you do when the pressure's on? Do you tuck and run? All those things. I just think it's very, very hard with a young quarterback until you know where they're at, what you're going to get out of them. So, but you don't want to be the coach that loses a quarterback for the year in August because practice was too physical. So it's such a fine line. Maybe the hardest things a coach has to do. But I think it's such a huge mistake to not prepare your quarterback with zero contact. And that's why I wanted to hear what he thought about it, because it sounds to me like, hey, let's practice smart, but those guys need some pressure. They need some hits.
We asked Marler about the Florida renovation at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. I looked it up, swamprenovation.com, just because I was curious more than anything. They're still keeping the orange walls. Social terrace and premium hospitality is going to be a thing. Improved entrances, wider concourses, easier seat access, upgrading concessions, faster service, and better Wi-Fi.
Well, we could use some of that at Reynolds Razorback or whatever we're going to call it now. But particularly on the home side, on the west side, man, there's certain levels there about halfway up the lower level. You get on some of them concourses, they're basically just a sidewalk on girders.
Yeah.
Man, and a big game, it gets packed in there when you're on that upper level of the lower deck, if that makes sense. You can't move. It's a standstill.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you do about it other than build a second set, have them go one way. Then you get the concessions that butt up against them. So our stadium has had some renovations and had some money spent, and it still gets wildly congested in parts of it.
Well, I know that we're almost halfway through the month, and we haven't heard the details. I would get. I mean, you think they're going to pop that on like a Monday, or what, from a PR standpoint
for
our stadium?
What do you mean?
Like the names and what they're.
You're talking about the naming rights.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. Is the deal done? I mean, we keep hearing we've been teased in all these roadshow deals. We've been told that it's close, but what's the hurry other than to satisfy public sentiment that they can't get anything done right? But at the same time, it's not going up this year on the stadium.
This would be similar, like you were talking about the schedule, kickoff, not times, what windows, like Hunter getting some justification from a lot of the flexes and stuff. This would be like, as soon as they actually release it, as long as you don't slap like just a terrible company on there and you get the money for it, and then you announce the new contract, whether they're just getting an insane amount of money from Learfield or if they're going it's a Playfly. What's the other one called? The company. It's the one Shoemaker works for.
Right.
Like, if you have like some positive, like those kind of three things heading into July, and you don't have fall camp till what? End of July, start of August.
First of all,
that's at least like, you can't hang your hat on that per se, but that's a few good things that are heading your direction for football season. And Ryan and
they get a name on the stadium, you'll believe 5 wins is possible.
Yeah,
then.
I don't know if I'm going there. I think that's a bridge too far for me. I've been burned by this team.
5 wins is a bridge too far for you.
But you could even.
But you're at 4. You're at 4. But 5, oh no!
I'm barely at 4. I'm scared at 4. That's under their season win total at 4.5. Data centers, Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium is what BE said. Aren't they looking at doing some data centers in Fayetteville?
I got a deal from the electric cooperatives wanting my input on a survey about data centers.
Aren't they just like? I get the reasoning behind them, but aren't they bad for communities and outages and stuff like that?
I need to know and understand more. Obviously, it eats up a ton of electricity, which our grid may or may not be able to handle. I've heard stuff about what it does to the water. I don't understand the connection, how that the groundwater could be affected. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me because I don't understand it. But if you want AI and you want all this computing power and you want all this data in your hands, well, you kind of got to have these things.
Maybe they don't get built anywhere and we just do away. I like the world before AI 2 years ago.
Let's just do away with phones altogether, right?
Not there, but
AI,
AI, I'm okay. Hogwild says Silverfield wins 5 games. He's SEC coach. All right,
Silverfield wins 6 games. They're going to put it's going to be Ryan Silverfield Stadium. That's what it's going to be.
You went into the idea of maybe you pick off one of the last 2 games of the year with LSU and.
I didn't say that. I just said you'd have a chance.
Hold on, to get to 6.
Yeah.
Who do you think the 5 is going to be? I'm really curious.
North Alabama.
Okay.
Tulsa.
Okay.
And then you've got to win a couple of games with Tennessee, Vandy, and Missouri. And you can throw Auburn on the road there, and this team under Sam Pittman played better on the road. But if you could win 2 of those 4, you get Missouri at home, you get Tennessee at home. You got to win one of those games. And you got to win one on the road between Vanderbilt and Auburn.
And you have them winning against South Carolina?
And then you win South Carolina to be – that's what I said. You'll have a chance. If you went back and listened to my actual words, you would have a chance to win your 5th game against South Carolina. That's exactly what I said.
No, I heard that. And the audience still thinks you should be institutionalized for thinking that this team is going to win 5 games this fall. Listen, I wouldn't say overly enthused. I would be happy. This team wins 6 games and goes to a bowl game. I would be jumping for joy after this football season. But, again, been burned too many times. No, not Ryan's fault. Just
How
this
high would
program.
that be?
Jump. How
high would you when you jump for joy? How high do
I've
you
never
jump?
tested my vertical.
I'll hang up and listen.
It's probably not that high. It's probably
not real vertical.
It's probably
Mine's
not
more horizontal.
Probably not Billy's. Yes, it's not Billy's.
All right, that's the SEC update. It's brought to you by the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. They can customize a wide series of different lures and kinds of things you might want to get for Father's Day presents. Things that, hey, if they only made it in this color, I think I could really get after the smallmouth this year. Well, you can do that at the Pradco store. It's exclusive. You won't find it anywhere else. And you can design and pick the colors and put your name on it, put Happy Father's Day on it. You can put Tommy's an idiot if they're going to win if he thinks they're going to win 5 games on it. You can do anything you want and print it right there. It's only a $3 upcharge per lure, and you can get it right there on site while you wait at the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. Check it out. It's on Bass Pro Drive. It's just off 540 at Rogers Avenue. It's the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith.
Jamie says, I'm a homer, but there's an outside chance they could go 7-5. I would not bet on that, but depending on how this team gels, they're winnable games at home.
I think 5 is the limit. 5 is my ceiling.
We are doing what happens every single summer prior to fall, is you're inching more positive and more positive and more positive. I've said basically since I've seen the schedule and the same, unless they have a major injury, there's no way I'm changing my record for this fall. Unless there's it would go.
But
backwards.
You're at 4.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 5, but somehow I need to be put in the loony bin.
I'm just reading our text here.
You're okay at 4, but I need to be committed at 5 wins.
It's a house built on sand at this point.
Well,
it's not a house built on rock. It's a house built on sand. I'm just reading our audience. I was just taken aback when you said that earlier.
They've owned Tennessee as of late. No matter how good or bad the teams have been.
Should have beat them last year.
You've had them for about the last 7 or 8 times you've played them. You've won more than you've lost. Vanderbilt's not going to be as good as they've been. This is not the same Vanderbilt team that you had last year. That's a winnable game in Nashville. Missouri at home, Drink always gets fired up, but I think that's a game that's more 50-50. I'm not saying you're going to be favored in any of these games, but they're also not 90-10s. It's not Georgia where you got a 5% chance of winning. These are 50-50 games, and hopefully in 4 games, the ball will bounce your way twice.
Let's talk to Matthew. He's got some thoughts on this here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Matthew, go ahead.
Hey, how are you guys today?
Good, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. Just like the weather has not been predictable, you can't predict what's going to happen this fall. We know that we have a new leader up on the Hill, and we know that he's bringing a different culture. He's going to bring something special. Now, I'm not going to say he's the car dealership that Houston Nutt used to be, but I'm telling you, he's going to change the culture, the attitude of the players, and something special is going to happen.
What makes you feel this
Now,
way? Matt, why do you feel, what has moved you to this point?
That is the question.
Yeah. I mean, I want to know why you believe this. I don't doubt your belief. I'm just wondering, why do you believe this?
I think just because of what I just said. Silverhorn, I'm probably saying his name wrong.
Yeah, Silverfield.
The new coach on the Hill
Yeah.
is bringing something special that, I mean, he's
Well,
already
what is he
beating
bringing
them.
special? What is he bringing?
That's the question.
But that's what you're saying.
I mean,
I'm trying to understand because I want some of what you got there. I like your enthusiasm.
I know it.
And I'm trying to pick up on it a little bit. So I'm trying to understand it.
Well, I drank my Mountain Dew dragon fruit this morning. That's what happened.
All right.
And I've just been listening to you all talk about it. But what I'm saying is that, hey, we could go 6-6. But like you said, there's that possibility that we squeak a couple of these games out that we're not supposed to win because with the new direction and the players feeding on that, and hopefully they're doing the summer training and all the stuff that they're supposed to be doing, you know,
That's the key.
there's
Yeah.
that's a possibility that it's going to
All
happen.
right, now tell me that again. Mountain
Like I said, I was-
Mountain Dew, which one? I've got to write this down because you're on some good stuff. I need some of that. Mountain Dew, Dragon
Dragon
fruit.
fruit.
All right, I'm writing it down. I'm sending someone to the store.
Yeah, that's the new
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the new flavor.
I got it. All right, now, Matt, have a good weekend.
All
It
right.
sounds like your weekend's already started. I don't know what he's on. I'm going to guess it's a little more than Mountain Dew Dragon Fruit, but I'm going to get me a 6-pack of it right
Pair
now.
with some Burnett's or something that he can find it.
Sounds like you
Ryan-
just won the
Something edible.
lottery.
Ryan Silverhorn. What do you think? Why is he going to win this fall? Well, I don't know. I just think
I don't
so.
know, but I got to think it. Mountain Dew Dragon Fruit. I'm in. All in. Give me a case.
Hogball says we never squeak out the wins that
We're not, we are not. Are we known for that?
we almost
Are we known for
always-
winning the 50-50 games?
We almost always win. It's still the greatest T-shirt design that's ever been created in the history of Arkansas apparel.
Yeah. Hey, Gaston's White River Resort's getting ready for another big weekend, and Father's Day weekend's going to be a big one, too. If you're thinking about what do I get my dad, what do I get someone on my father-in-law, you want to impress your father-in-law, get him a gift card to Gaston's White River Resort. You can call right now. They'll get it in your hands well before next weekend, and you can put it in the card, and you can say, man, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've had this ready to go for you. You can take full credit, and they can get you up, if you want $100, $200, whatever, or if you just said, hey, I need 2-night stay and a half day of fishing or whatever, or $100 in the restaurant, they can do however you want to set it up. All right, real easy, real flexible with Gaston's White River Resort. So call about Father's Day gift cards, Father's Day reservations, and more. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Tune into June with Lewis Automotive for your next ride, where you'll get top trade values and massive savings. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for 80 years strong.
I can't hear. I can't hear you guys. I can't hear.
This is the Morning Rush. Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Summer is finally here. Come check out Kofer's Boat Center's huge selection of boats with extra rebates for a limited time. Kofer's features low pontoons and fishing boats, Malibu and Actors wake surf boats, Caymas bass boats, and Kofer's has recently added the luxury line of Harris pontoons. Kofer's experienced professionals will answer all of your boating questions, and their award-winning customer service is second to none. Plus, they have the best boat storage option in town. Find them online at Kofer's.com. That's COPHERS.com. Kofer's Boat Center, providing family fun since 1971.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an Audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an Audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Sunday, June 21st is Father's Day, and Jelco Outdoors has hundreds of gifts for those special dads. Special in-store deals on knives by Case, Bitchmade, Kershaw, and more. Check out the hunting and fishing clothing on sale. Ariat and Wrangler jeans. Buy one pair, get a second pair 50% off. Buy two pairs, get a third pair free. Give Dad a new rod and reel for summer fishing. And Jelco gift cards are always a perfect fit. Jelco Outdoors, your Father's Day gift store. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game.
ESPN 95.3.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Mexico scored the first World Cup goal last night. It was on when I got home. But what stood out to me, at least in these first few days, and what everything else is going on, is the different Europeans and other people, different tourists that have come to America and flocked to certain things like Walmart.
So, we are back in Walmart. This is the biggest tourist attraction I can have as a European. It's like a museum, literally like a museum.
I don't think of Walmart like a museum,
No.
but evidently
It's not the Louvre.
a
No.
bunch of Europeans have. I've seen it.
Dude, going there late at night, you might see some things that would really blow your mind in Walmart.
A little different. So I've seen, I've been following this Freddie guy who's just kind of cataloging.
I've
and
seen that.
He's
yeah.
great. Chicken fried steaks. They love
Yeah.
that. He loves Ella Langley. Ribs. Free refills, which apparently is not a thing.
All the things I love too.
Yeah. I'm just checking off the list.
Why didn't I tell people on social media? They'd be following me. I mean, that I like chicken fried steak, free refills, ribs. I bet my man likes brisket too. What do you bet?
I guess, but
Yeah.
they're really enjoying their time here in the. I was curious how the World Cup would fare here in North America, but thus far it's been pretty.
Well, we're a day in, but yeah, I mean it's a huge. I mean, I would say it's without question the largest international sport. It's bigger than the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And I know because the Olympics is so scattered. This is so micro focused on one sport. And the Olympics, like this happens every 4 years for summer and winter games. I understand there's one every 2 years, but this feels bigger to me than the summer games.
U.S. plays Paraguay tonight. Paraguay at 8:00. Will you watch?
Yes.
Christian, will you watch tonight?
I'm going to watch some soccer this weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get into it.
It's going to be a topic. I know Matt's going to want to talk about it on Monday. I think as long as my brother-in-law and bonus sister are okay with once we tuck the kiddos in tonight to watch it, I think it's going to be on the television.
Now, are you going to tuck the kiddos in?
No, that's not my job.
You're going to say the bedside prayers?
I'm the fun uncle.
What would that look like with Uncle Ty tucking them into bed?
Get
Is there
to
turn
bed.
down service? Is there a chocolate on my pillow? What comes with that?
Go to bed now.
Or what?
Or I'll grab Pop's belt and
right.
do something with it.
Yeah, right.
It's not like they know they would adhere and listen.
No one would ever test your word or
Of course
authority
not.
ever.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
When there could be
Hey,
backlash?
if you're out and about this weekend, be sure and stay in touch with everything going on with ESPN Arkansas. You can do it with the Hit That Line Now app, and it's powered by Taco Bell. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. It's the Hit That Line Now app. If you haven't downloaded it, why? Go to the Apple app or Google Play Store. It's absolutely free. Just search Hit That Line, and you'll find it there. HTL. It's the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell.
All right, that's going to do it for the Morning Rush. Appreciate Christian stepping in these last few days. Colton's on vacation for the next few, so he's going to be with us. Good stuff from Tommy as always. Chris Marler joined us. That'll be in the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast a little later on. Coming up, Matt Jones and Big C take it with halftime, and then followed by Ruskin and Zach after that. Everyone have a great weekend. We're back on Monday at 9 a.m.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new